Hi everyone, welcome to another session. So in this session, we are going to modify this admin master login page to use that page for our login. So I will just rename this admin master with the login and we'll rename it to the username, password. Then we need to rename this button name as a login. And once I click on this button, then it should call the login API, which we have created in the API project, and it will validate the credentials into the database and then accordingly will return the response. So this is our goal for this session. So let's get started. Okay, so point number 5 and 6 we are going to cover in this session. So point number 5, call the login page. First of all, create the login page UI. Okay, so as you know, in the front-end application, we are having this login.cs HTML page. Here, we will change this admin master to Talento track login. Okay, and here we can just add one slogan that training institute management system portal. Okay, here we are having this login, one input box for username, another is for password. There is a remember me checkbox as well, and there is one sign me in button. So I will just rename the button to login, and we will use email address or username here, not email address. So I will just change it to placeholder to username, password, both are required, and you can see this is text and this is password. That's it. If I click on the hot reload, then this UI should be changed accordingly. Okay, talent to track login, training institute management system, where login username password you will have to provide. And if you click on the login button, it should get navigate to one of our controller, and from that controller we need to start calling the login API. Great. So there should be a form. Okay, you can see this form. So if I click on the submit button or login button, it will give a call to one of the action method. How to give a call? You can just mention here @URL dot action. Okay, in this you can mention action name is login and controller name is account controller. So this action is available under the account controller, and this has the post method. So I will go to the controllers, account controller. Here I will mention public action result login, but this is the post, HTTP post. Okay, and while making a call to this, I wanted to pass the username, comma, I wanted to pass the password as well. So these two things we will fill into the login form. And the mapping, how mapping will happen, you can see this username and password, this same variable name should match with the name property of your input box. So this is your input box, it has the name property. No, it doesn't has. So we can add that name is equal to username. Okay, and for password box I will use name is equal to password, like this. Now if I click on the login button, it will send whatever value you have added into the username box to this variable. Okay, and whatever value I have added in the password box to another variable, and here we can call the API and pass these two values. And if you pass these two values to the login API, further code, if you check inside the account controller, in the login request there are two parameters, username and password. So those values will come here. Once those values will come here, anyway, we have implemented code to validate those information with the database and return the response accordingly. So that is already completed. Okay, our goal is to whatever value I will write into UI, that should come to the login project. I will just add debugger here as well. Okay, I'm going to the front end project. I will add the debugger here as well. So first goal is, short-term goal is, if I click on the login button, then okay, what it is saying, close this. If I click on the login button, then it should give a call to the login post method. This is HTTP post along with these two values. Okay, let's check that. So I am going to stop this project and rerun it again. Okay. Now you can see inside the login page, if I enter something, click on the submit button, it will give a call to the login action method, which is post. So it should come here. And also while coming here, it will bring two values, that is your username and password. And those two values, if you got in the UI project, then we can anytime pass that value to the API project. So that is the goal. So let me add, let's say I have added username as admin, password as 123. And if I click on the login, you can see this breakpoint got hit. It means we have successfully called the login post action method. And while coming here, it bring the admin value, this admin value in the username variable, and 123 value in the password value variable. Now you can pass these two values to your API. How to call API uh, from the UI project? So for that, we'll need to add the service reference. Okay, connected service reference. So from the front end project, I wanted to call the API project. So for that, I will have to right click here. Then I will have to click on the manage connected services. Okay, it is very important, very important. Please focus on this. Okay, how to call API .NET APIs from the another .NET project. First of all, I will go here, right click, manage connected services, click on the plus button. Okay, once you click on the plus button, you can click on the open API configuration. Once you come here, click on the URL. Once you come here, okay, let me check. Yeah, open API, click next, URL, go here, run your API project. Once you run your API project, you will see the Swagger, right? This Swagger. This Swagger has this URL. Click on that. Okay, you will get the JSON. Copy this JSON, go to your project, front end project, put that URL here. Okay, Azure Asset.